Good evening. Visionary is a very heavy word. My job is merely to help our students and our faculty invent the future. So, I'm a computer scientist, and AI is something that's been in my life for decades. I've been through the AI winter. Some of you might remember that, when there was a lot of hype around AI. This time feels different for some reason. And this time it feels like there's going to be some real progress with artificial intelligence. And it's something that we, of course, are embracing in Baskin Engineering. We have been involved in AI, again, for decades. This is nothing new to us in that sense. And in every aspect of it, from the basics of machine learning to computer, big data, storage devices, databases, all of the infrastructure that is supporting this revolution in applications of AI. These three gentlemen back in the 80s were laying the formal foundations for machine learning that have become such an important advance today. Now, obviously, that's yesterday, this is now. We are actually having to think about how we are educating the next generation of engineers in this context. It's very clear that we will need engineers in the future. Don't worry. We will need engineers, but of course it's the engineers who know how to make use of artificial intelligence techniques that are ones that are going to survive, the ones who are going to excel, the ones who are going to make the future. And so it's going to reshape the skills that we teach and the habits of mind that we have to instill in our students. We're taking an AI-first approach, which means we're treating AI, machine learning, as a tool, and as a tool, like any tool, it has places where it's appropriate, places where it's inappropriate. And understanding that is going to be a very important task for our educators as well as our students. And because the field is moving so fast, this is a really challenging problem. It's a tool, and like any tool, you can chop off your finger. And so another thing that we want to instill in our students is an appreciation for the implications of the use of the tool in terms of their ethical applications, social implications of the things that they're inventing. We, in collaboration with the Humanities Division, have created a certificate program in which we're bringing these kinds of concepts to the front of students' minds. And these are courses taught by humanists for and to engineering students. We're a research university, and so the education we give is really enriched by the research, the world-class research that we do. And the work that we're doing in artificial intelligence spans the entire stack, from specialized devices through models and various formalisms to the actual tools and algorithms, and then the applications. And of course, it's the applications that we tend to see come out in industry and get used across the world. So we're helping to build this stack and support innovation in all of these spaces. Let me give you just a sample. This is a sampling of the work we do, just drilling down a little bit. This is a work that's using neuromorphic computing to attack the problem of energy use in AI, right? So AI algorithms are extremely hungry energy tools. And we have to figure out ways to make them much more efficient. And why? Because we want them to run on these things that have batteries and little devices that are battery operated. So figuring that out is going to be really important. Applications in medicine, of course, are incredible. And where they're really useful, I think, is going to be in delivery of precision medicine, where you treat each patient as an individual, not as a part of a large sampling of some statistically significant result in some study, but actually as an individual who needs specialized care and specialized treatments. And the ability of an artificial intelligent tool to be able to specialize its care for an individual is just going to be incredible. And we have got wonderful work in that area. One of the real fears in AI, of course, is that we don't actually understand how it works. Wow, you build a bridge, but you don't know why it's standing. That's pretty scary if that were the case. Well, that's what we're doing with AI. And so we also have to figure out how do we make it understandable. And the approach that people are taking and are being explored at Baskin Engineering is get the darn thing to tell us what it's doing. Make it so that it explains itself to its users. And that is going to be very important if we're going to build trust in these tools and these applications. So I just want to say to conclude that we're starting a center in generative AI. This is engaging faculty from across the university, not just in engineering. The person who is putting this center together is in the audience here, Jose, and there he is, raise his hand. I encourage you to come and talk to him afterwards. We are looking for industry partnerships because we don't like to invent technologies in a vacuum. We actually like to know what they're going to be used for. So, oh, one more thing. Today is Giving Day at UC Santa Cruz. You have about 4.5 hours left to support the work of our students and faculty, and I encourage you to get online and show your generosity. Thank you.